From personal experience, I can tell you with certainty, never kill yourself. Every failure, every mistake, everything that happens to us, I'm telling you it's all for a reason. And I am honestly more than thankful to be able to go through the things that I've gone through in life, because I truly believe if I didn't have to struggle, if I didn't have dark times, if I didn't have things that kind of brought me down and wanted me to be in a much darker place than I should have been, I wouldn't be where I am today. And I believe that, and I'm speaking from not just my own experience, it's more a personal level. I think that a lot of us can attribute to like these kind of dark times that have really pushed us to become better versions of ourselves, including myself. And so I'm not just like speaking from just saying this from like maybe I hear this on TikTok or freaking Twitter or something. This is like my true actual life stories and like my actual experiences, everything that I'm going through. And this series of videos is basically my digital diary, and I'm talking about everything that I've gone through, everything that I've dealt with, trials and tribulations. This is basically episode 2, and this is Never Kill Yourself. Everybody has a different story. My story is not like anybody else's. Your story is not like mine. I gave myself 2 options, and this is probably 5-6 years ago. Could have been sooner than that. I don't know exactly. I just know that I've turned my life around for the better. I have a lot of things that I deal with on a personal level that I don't talk about or share on social media. However, still a lot of things that I can attribute to. It's all stuff that I've gone through, all the trials and tribulations that attribute a lot to my success. And honestly, all the stuff that you go through not only gives you actual like practical life lessons, but it also builds character, and it shows you who you really are and who you want to be. Never kill yourself is a very touchy meaning for me. It's a very touchy saying. It's something that's been going around lately, and it's something that I wanted to talk about because it's truly a topic that I have unfortunately gone through. I've gone through dark times. I mean, my family they've seen the stuff that I've gone through, and obviously everybody's situation is different. I mean, whether you relate to me or not, I'm less relatable now because I've been more successful and I have nicer cars and like an elevated lifestyle, but I'm still relatable as I'm still 20-year-old. I'm still just, I see myself as just like an average guy with just elevated lifestyle and some more connections and a business. But in reality, we're still the same people. We're still, in God's eyes, treated equally, look the exact same. So like, I'm no different than you. We are one, we are each the same person. And going back to 5-6 years ago, and the saying, never kill yourself, why this means so much to me is I gave myself 2 options. One of the options was a path that I didn't want to go down. But it's a path that I considered because I feel like there was no other option for me. I feel like there was no other way out because of the stuff that I was dealing with and the stuff that I went through. And I just wanted kind of to like let go of pain and suffering and stuff that I was dealing with emotionally and also physically. And I really gave myself some time to think about this and still go through a lot of stuff, a lot of downs, a lot of like just dark times that it's even hard to bring up now in a personal conversations, whether you're a stranger to me or you're like one of my closest friends or family members. It's so hard to bring up. But I gave myself an option, and I kind of just sat on these options for a while, and maybe I did some things that I regret, but in the end, everything has kind of built the person who I am today. And I think it goes hand in hand with people that are just watching this video, people just like you. We are still the same. We are still humans on this earth. We breathe the same air. We do the same thing. We brush our teeth. We shower. We're all the same people in God's eyes. And no matter whether like I have a nicer car than you, I have an elevated lifestyle, I do cooler things, cool. But in the end, like none of that truly matters. What matters is like kind of just having peace on earth and doing whatever actually makes you happy and actually living a fulfilled lifestyle or fulfilled life, taking care of yourself, taking care of others, because I'm telling you, the other option, I wouldn't know essentially what the other side could look like. Option A is an option that I can't even imagine what it'd be like. I'm living the second option. The second option that I had that's me right now. That's my life right now. And so that's kind of why it's a more touchy subject, because you guys wouldn't be watching this video if it was the first option. That was my first option. But instead, something flipped in me. It was just God saying, Caleb, there is no other option. There's only one option. And so with this other option, option B, or the second option, which is the option that I'm living right now, I'm fulfilling that second option. I'm still following God, or fulfilling the second option of goodwill, good faith, and having good morale, and fulfilling this beautiful life that God has given us. Maybe kill yourself, man. By fulfilling option B, the second option, I'm able to kind of live the life that I've solely manifested. I've worked so hard towards this life. Like, just think, your life could be so much different. Your life could be so much worse. Whatever position you're in now, I promise you, you just keep continuing to work. You keep taking care of yourself. You keep, saving money aside. You keep, whatever your goals are, whatever you want, whatever inspires you, whatever motivates you, work towards that and actually push yourself, motivate yourself, and you can have this drive to where you can literally do whatever you want to do. You can obtain whatever you want to obtain. You can meet the girls you want to meet, close the business deals you want to close. And I'm telling you, you can literally do whatever you want, whatever you put your heart to, whatever you put your mind to. Just manifest it. Tell yourself you're going to be this. Put yourself in that position, and I promise you, you'll be there faster than you realize. So I was just scrolling on Twitter, which I shouldn't be, I'm at a stoplight, and this person literally just talks about what I was just talking about. This person says, and I quote, "Nearly every successful person that I know grew up with a deep intuitive knowing and understanding that they would succeed. Nothing is coincidental." That was posted 39 minutes ago. I just went on a 5-minute yap session, literally saying everything about that. I knew early on that I was going to succeed. I knew exactly the type of person that I wanted to be. None of you guys realize I was diagnosed with severe anxiety and many, many other actual disorders and health conditions that I don't talk about public at all. But severe anxiety was one of the ones that really hindered my lifestyle and honestly my life a lot, to a point to where that paired with other health conditions that I dealt with put me in a really dark time. And that's whenever I really was considering having another option of how I was gonna not live my life. But the fact that I knew early on, my parents knew early on, that I was always saying and manifesting like one thing that my dad has always said, and I quote, he goes, "Caleb, one thing you've always said to us is manifestation." And I could call him right now and ask him, I was like, "Hey, what is it with me and manifestation? Have I ever said that before?" And I'm sure he can go on a spiel on how I've always talked about how they should manifest and how I've manifested my entire life. I have mapped out my entire life. I've literally quoted everything that I wanted to be doing, and even the future, 1-2 months from now, I've mapped this stuff out, and I've had dreams of this stuff. I've had dreams of my whole life of exactly what I want to do and who I want to be and how I want to portray my lifestyle. And it's all because of this simple freaking manifestation practice. And I'm not even big on spirituality, unless it's regarding religious beliefs like Christianity or other great teachings. But in terms of energy, I've always been on this different wavelength of energy, and that's really paved the way of my entire life and attracted good people in my life. Obviously it's attracted bad people in my life, but in reality it's attracted everybody that's supposed to be in my life, and everybody that's been in my life is there for a reason. I've attracted everybody for a reason. I've gone through trials and tribulations for a reason. I've gone through health conditions and health problems and all these things for a reason. I've gone through dark times for a reason. Everything has happened for a reason. And that's been God's plan. He's tested me, he's tried me. Everything, once again, that I go through, everything that you go through, everything you're gonna be going through, every mistake you make, every failure you have, everything happens for a reason, and it's for the greater good. You may not realize this now, but when you look back 5, 10, 15 years from now, you realize, dang, all those problems were just God testing me. It was just a trial run. It was like, dang, I should have never dated her anyways. You will look back and kind of laugh at everything that you've gone through, because it's going to build character. It's going to build who you really are and who you really should be in the far future, or even the near future for you.